You're a great man, Panama. There you are. There, look at that. Now then. Let's have a little look. Yeah, there's a good chap. Oh, nicer here than in Russia, eh?
Buggers, come and have a look! Come on! Get a move on, come on! Look! Come on! See, look! Come on, Tommy, get a move on! Tommy! Come here, you dozy bugger! Come here! Give us a hand! Come! Father! There's a dead body there in the water, look! Oh, Jesus Christ! There's a professor!
Thanks, Joe.
What a very sad end for the old professor.
Didn't know if you'd remember him.
Oh, yes. He was on the mess by the time I met him, but there was something about him. I liked him, yeah.
Coroner said it was murder.
Recorded delivery, it's the water rates. I thought we'd paid this.
Yes, well, file it with the others, will you? How did you find me?
We lapsed clerics have our ways.
You phoned the yard?
Spoke with Willis. He gave me the address.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What can I do?
Willis says you like a good case.
Did he? Did he say that?
Will you take the case?
I don't know.
For the mission. We can pay.
How much?
£100.
Well, I can only come down for a few days, but it'll all be good experience, eh?
Could you make it enough to pay these water rates?
How much are they?
They're 108.
Well, I suppose the mission could rustle up another £8.
No man's death should be ignored, eh? It'll give you a chance to run our ops room while I ferret round the scene of the crime.
That will make a nice change. You'll look completely out of place amongst the dossers.
Don't you believe it?
I've seen you around here before.
Meaning you haven't?
The quiet man we called you. I remember. A few years back. Liverpool.
Somebody else.
You was pally with the prof.
Who's that?
The professor. That's his doxy over there.
Don't remember you.
Green Hat, they call me.
The professor? Yes. Yes, I do remember him now. Tea bags.
One.
Kept it in a parking ticket.
Parking ticket holder.
Yeah. Where is he?
Dead.
Oh, dear. Poor old prof.
Murdered.
Who did it?
fire's dying down.
Hey! Where's your green hat?
I lost it.
God damn it, bloody pigeons.
Any sign? GCHQ has too much stuff on mermans. I'd really like to read what Panama's got on the subject.
Yeah. Oh, the Undersecretary telephoned. Wanted to know where we both were on Monday.
Well, what'd you tell him?
I told him we were both at an agent's funeral.
Oh!
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dr. Strobe is getting awfully wrapped up in these damn pigeons. Can't we send her off on a karate course or something?
You're joking.
Of course I'm joking. Poor old Anthony was a good man, you know. Do you know, I feel quite depressed. I mean, when you think of it, what a way to go. Throat slit from ear to ear.
Was it the opposition?
Oh, most unpleasant. Ah, what's news?
There's a stranger in the Ophoma zone, a sort of tramp, but not known to our local man.
Was that all?
He was asking about Anthony's murder.
Was he now? Ask our people to try for a photograph. God knows they've got enough expensive damned equipment. Oh, my apologies to the Northwest Surveyors. Good Gordon Highlanders.
I thought we knew the face.
Get a car from the pool, quick. And I'll need some sort of, pass me that.
What for?
He mends clocks.
It's not broken.
It is now.
Oh, George. Can I help you?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I've got this rather nice clock here.
Oh.
It's Georgian, I believe. But I'm afraid it's not working.
Well, if you like to leave it, we'll take a look at it for you.
Is George about? No?
No. How about next week?
I'm sorry?
How about next week to collect the...
Oh, right. Capital, yeah. Yes.
Name?
Dugdale
Initial?
W. George mentioned me, has he? Mentioned my name to you?
No.
Oh, old colleagues, way back.
You're not Job.
Job?
A policeman.
Oh, me a policeman? Oh, good God, no. Oh, a policeman, me? Oh, good grief. Well, I suppose in a way you could call me that. That sort of thing.
Whitehall.
In a nutshell.
Ah. And you have come all the way to Shanghai Road just to get your clock fixed.
George BULMAN is an expert. None better. Tell me, Miss McGinty, where's George BULMAN now?
I got a 10 in brown.
No.
Oh, I got... No, that's 8.5. Here. That's a 12.
Yeah, but it's just no good on its own, is it?
Oh, I got 2 firelighters.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, tough.
How'd you know I was partial to these?
The professor told me.
He got done in.
Yeah, I heard. Here. Who did it? You and he were mates, weren't you? Why would somebody want to kill him? I mean, where'd he been those last few days before the murder?
Edinburgh University, I hear.
No. St Andrews.
Reading?
Medieval history.
Then you switched to law.
On the side.
And when you learned that George BULMAN, Detective Chief Inspector George BULMAN, quit the Met, you hot-footed it here to London, hmm?
Do you know, Mr. Dugdale, I feel as if I am on This Is Your Life.
I was most glad to learn that your partnership is acquiring something of a reputation.
We charge by the day, Mr. Dugdale, with expenses extra. STG Investigations does not do divorce or credit inquiries.
But, my dear child, I have the whole apparatus of the state at my fingertips, and I suspect a fraction of the cost.
And a fraction of the result.
Where is he?
I told you. He is out of town.
Miss McGinty, some of my colleagues use threats. It seems shabby to me. But a business such as yours surely needs a degree of laissez-faire on the part of the authorities.
He is living rough among the dossers, the tramps, what George calls the detritus of society. You know, flotsam and jetsam.
Doing what precisely?
A murder. Well, he's investigating one.
Which murder in particular?
One, it seemed, the authorities had no real interest in. An old tramp called the Professor.
Where?
In Dockland area, which is now derelict.
Manchester.
You knew?
Miss McGinty, now and again my information is accurate.
And what is your interest?
I presume we have a line of communication.
We keep in touch.
Well, please tell him to contact me soonest, night or day, right?
Of course.
Seen you talking to Rosie.
What?
Seen you talking to Rosie.
Rosie. Oh, the Professor's doctor, yes.
So, you ain't so quiet.
What's your name?
Jack Spratt.
Well, ain't no fact.
That's the one.
Did you see the Professor, Jack, that last day?
They say his throat was cut, ear to ear.
Earlier, before he got topped.
Questions? Torquemada, I think we'll call you.
That's a big word. For a dosser.
I got my eye on you.
Throat cut, was it?
Like a second mouth.
Now, update, please, on Operation Homer.
Well, Panama is now officially missing. And poor Anthony's death has been a bit of an inconvenience. We fielded young Fairbanks as a sort of long stop. What we really need is somebody to silly mid off.
Well, maybe we found him.
I hope you're not playing somebody outside my team, Bill.
Oh, dear me, no, Scobie. No. Let us say a spectator has run onto the pitch.
How close has he got to the wicket?
Oh, that remains to be seen, Dr. Scobie.
Need a hand, quiet man.
The bad's back.
Say, bugger.
thought you were moving on.
Coppers was down. Asked me questions.
What did you say?
You got any more smoke, Quiet?
Hey, that fire needs stoking, you know.
Reckon I'll push on. To Lincoln.
Hey, shall we put a sleeper on there, eh? That'll burn, eh?
Law will get you.
Why Lincoln?
I don't like you making a mess. They asked if he had enemies.
What did you say?
I told them. Ain't nobody round here without 'em.
He who has 1,000 friends has not an enemy to spare.
You and Bernard would have got on a treat.
How long had the professor at Bernard been on the road like this?
He were a teacher once.
Yeah. Did he go down the steps very often? You know, them steps where he was found.
He had a friend with a boat.
Oh, hey. What sort of boat?
Sort of boat.
Shame about the old man. Don't suppose anyone could take his place.
Take his place? Doing what?
Whatever it was he was up to.
Rosie! Oi!
Anyone asks you, just tell them you met this bird.
Miss McGinty?
Yes?
I'm Peter Ripley. I worked for the gentleman who brought the clock in, Georgian clock in, a couple of days ago.
It isn't ready yet.
Mr. Dugdale has asked me to invite you round to his office.
No, thank you.
Well, it won't take long.
I'm off to lunch.
We'll have something sent up.
No, sorry.
It's important.
Has he a case for us?
It really is most terribly important.
Why?
We believe your partner could be in danger.
Who exactly is we?
Mr. Dugdale and I.
The funny people.
I'm the straight man.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. Now, tuck into the soup. And if you have any problems, everyday or spiritual, that's what I'm here for. To listen and advise. God bless you. It's not the devil, but the Protestants who have all the best tunes. Any luck?
There's something bloody odd going on. Begging your pardon, though.
I told you, George. Leave. Give us your favourite, Galway Bay. I've already told you, George. No longer father, they've already taken that away from me.
What was it? Latin Mass?
Vow of chastity, George.
Oh. That bloke, Jack Spratt.
An enigma.
How did he and the professor get on?
The same way as you and he get on, George. I've noticed.
He's getting cheery because I'm going around asking questions. 2 or 3 days isn't enough time to use much finesse.
He keeps pigeons.
Does he? You middle-aged flat?
Just what I told you. He is investigating a murder.
Well, had he phoned in?
If he had, I would have passed on your request.
Now, twice, Miss McGinty, I have asked you who had George Bullman, and twice you have sidestepped the issue.
Where exactly is this?
This is a government department, as you well know, and that makes 3.
I can't disclose the name of our client, Mr. Dugdale. You mean, at least George Bullman has not decided to right the world's wrongs at random.
If I let you into a secret, you will behave responsibly?
That's for you to decide.
Yes. Yes, indeed it is, Miss McGinty. Dr. Beasley, this is Lucy McGinty, an investigator in the private sector.
McGinty? We used to know a detective called McGinty. Hello.
Hello.
So here we are, next generation.
I'm here because Mr. Dugdale believes that my partner is in danger.
Did I say that?
Peter Ripley did.
Ripley?
Ripley.
The young man who brought me here.
Oh, Peter.
And your partner?
The spectator who ran onto the pitch.
Pitch?
Bullman.
Precisely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bill, how much can we tell you?
Well, you can speak with complete freedom of secrecy and limited after Operation Homer.
Not right. Well, hold on a minute.
Don't tell me. This is one of your agents.
Yes, my dear, that's Panama. You'll meet him presently. He's 15 ounces of flesh, feather, and true grit.
Pigeon?
Oh, God damn it.
Panama is what might be called a double pigeon.
He flies here regularly from a submarine base in northwest Russia.
Murmansk?
Oh, isn't she bright?
Well, the KGB have an agent here in Manchester docks, an ex-safecracker who offered his services to the communists here.
A dreadful safecracker, my dear, but he does know his pigeons. So, by means that I
Can't reveal.
can't reveal, Jack Spratt worked out a method by which he could trick our pigeons into making a stopover en route from Murmansk to London.
For what purpose?
To remove the tube on its leg, so that the opposition could read the signal from our agent in Murmansk.
And then doctor it to mislead us.
So the pigeon method is insecure.
Precisely.
We get the real stuff from highly secret satellite communications. The joy of Panama is that we give the KGB the chance to let us read their signals as they would prefer us to have them.
So you can tell what's important to them and feed them stuff from our agent in Murmansk to let them think that you know less or more than you do.
It's an excellent game.
And the professor? Well, that's what brought you buzzing around our shop. Ah, do you know, I think somebody dropped your carriage clock.
Not my George III carriage clock.
Well, the professor was working with this department for some time, keeping an eye on Jack Spratt and his KGB contact, a chap with a photography business in Manchester.
And they found out and cut his throat.
We're not sure.
Actually, that is where George BULMAN could be of some assistance.
It's also where he could be in very grave danger.
Where's he?
Hey, I'll just walk some of the way with you, eh? All right? Yeah. I thought that you was going to Lincoln, you see. So, what'll you do when you get there?
Where?
Lincoln.
I miss him quiet.
Yeah, I know you do.
Know what he said?
What was that, Rosie?
He said if I went to Lincoln, he wouldn't come with me.
Wouldn't?
Couldn't.
Ah, well, now, there's a world of difference there, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Well, wouldn't means that he didn't want to, and couldn't means that there were reasons, there was something keeping him from going.
I thought he was fond of me.
Oh, he was. I mean, he used to talk to me a lot, you know, about you when I was down here last time. Rosie, you do remember me?
Of course I do.
Well, he was a kind man.
Led me on, he did.
Did he?
Well, I thought...
Yeah, you thought he was going to Lincoln with you. Rosie, what's so special about Lincoln?
It's tidy there.
Yeah.
Now, what we really need to know, Lucy, is whether the other side murdered poor Anthony, or the professor, or whether it was merely a byproduct of his life undercover.
How long had he been living like that?
4 years. Oh, he surfaced for baths, debriefing sessions, planning sessions. The problem with living a cover is that you get involved. All the peripheral stuff.
How long have you been with the
show?
Yes.
Since I was a child. My daddy was master of the Beaufort.
Oh.
Plus, I ran a resistance outfit in Yugoslavia in '43. I was 21 at the time.
Really?
Oh, yes, I was parachuted in.
Oh.
Sometimes it seems like another life. Another planet. Ah, here's Peter.
In a different car.
Fairly potent, but unobtrusive.
What did Anthony do during the war?
He was my wireless operator. Good luck.
Does Dugdale realise there'll be something to pay for this?
Dear girl, there's always something to pay.
What's your game? What is your game?
Game of life, Jack.
Or forfeits?
I don't like that one.
These questions you've been asking.
What questions are that?
Who killed the professor? That's what you're after. Right?
Well, it wasn't you.
How'd you know?
be down there if it was.
You gave me that opportunity.
No. I'm not that cool. Just didn't hear you.
Who are you?
BULMAN, George. Private investigator. Retained by the Hope Trust.
That's why you're so thick with O'Dowd.
Yeah, well, he reckoned that the local law didn't have much interest.
Give him a chance. Bloke's hardly cold in his grave.
Yeah. Oh, don't happen to know where he's buried, do you? I've checked the paupers list, but I can't find him.
Fulmer Cemetery.
Fulmer Bucks?
That's the one.
That's a bit exclusive, isn't it? Fulmer Bucks for a dosser?
His family came from there.
Ah.
He had a flat in Fulham Drive Mansions.
Did he?
And you didn't know?
No, I didn't.
His name was Grenville. Anthony. John. He was a British agent.
Ah. And you?
See this red van?
SFV 860X.
Ex-copper.
Yep.
Driver's Martin Selwyn, camera shop manager. He's my controller.
MI 5?
Comme jet gossestar stiff noe, rise up as nosti.
And why are you telling me all this, Sport?
The old professor's death really shook me. We know who he was. And he knew who I was. 4 years. Seemed a good game. Nobody knew who was fooling who.
Pigeons?
I intercept them.
Impossible.
Not for me. The Brits got a run.
I don't want to know. So, you're ready to play for us now?
Tell you something.
Hmm?
The bloke who looks after your pigeons really knows his stuff.
Bonne chance, Santiago. Fly straight and true.
I must say, you look very different from the smart young man who picked me up at the shop.
Is it fun,
What?
being a private detective?
It's interesting.
What made you take it up?
What made you become a spook?
Dugdale came to dinner at my college.
Which college?
Pembroke.
Well, you mustn't tell George because he'll be jealous.
I've never met him. What's he like?
He's a little bit old-fashioned, but he's as tough as old boots. And deep down, he is...
Really gentle.
ferocious.
How long do you reckon I'll get?
Oh, Section 1, Official Secrets Act, conspiring to obtain information, passing it to a hostile power. Oh, I don't know, 15 years.
And if I cooperate?
Well, if you stay alive, carry on like before. Or maybe they will let you play for us, you know, our team.
I've had enough.
So you prefer the jug? Hmm? What's the KGB bloke in the red van gonna say?
Yeah, ex-copper like you. You got any contacts in the right places?
Maybe.
Maybe. You don't give much, pal.
Wasn't my bleeding idea, mate.
Look, George, there's a bird due in today. He'll leave a message in a dead drop down by the drums and be back in the morning to pick up the original signal from London. You ever were with intelligence, they could catch him red-handed.
And you?
Nice, warm, clean cell in Pentonville beats dossing around here.
Yeah, well, I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, I still have a murder to investigate. So...
Hello? No, I'm afraid he's out for the day. Can I take a message? Mr. Bullman? Yes?
Bullman?
Yes.
Give it. Hello, George. How's life in the underworld?
Why is it that I am not stunned to learn that you know where I am and, presumably, what I'm doing?
Well, for the same reason I experienced a sensation of déjà vu when I spotted a surveillance photograph of you dressed somewhat smarter than is your wont.
Right then, to cut corners, has your office got any interest in our feathered friends?
Affirmative.
And the bloke called JS?
Other team.
Yeah, well, I was down here on a case for a client when this caper that you're involved in sort of merged in with mine.
Yes, George, not on the phone.
Right, you better send somebody down to meet me then. There's been an interesting new development on the plus side.
Someone is on the way.
Right. Ah, God bless you.
Checking in with Lucy, were you?
No. Yes, just routine.
Any closer?
I don't know, Desmond.
Well, George, at least you paid the water rates.
Hmm?
My fee.
Oh, yeah, look, it could be any one of them, right?
Including me, George.
I'm getting there. No need for you to cancel your milk and papers yet, I shouldn't think.
Bullman's over there.
How do we get across?
There's a boat. How are your sea legs?
Admirable.
Seen Rosie?
She's packing up. Off to Lincoln.
Where is she?
I'm afraid you'll find it a bit grim.
Grim.
All this. It really is the end of the line.
I reckon Doncaster. They say it's nice there.
What happened to Lincoln, eh?
Why are you giving me a sausage, Quiet?
'Cause I likes you.
Me?
Yeah. Go on. Careful now, it's hot.
Thanks, Quiet. You're a toff.
You remember now, don't you?
Yeah.
What was it? A tiff?
He wouldn't come to Lincoln with me. Said I'd never leave this place anyway.
That was unkind.
He said Doncaster, Lincoln. I'd never have the bottle to leave this tip. Then he said my collection was rubbish.
Collection?
My shoes.
So you killed him?
That's what I'd done time for before. Murder.
Yeah.
Will they lock me away?
They'll take care of you, Rosa. I hope they'll take care of you kindly.
Sorry I done it.
What did you use? Knife? Bit of tin?
What for?
You know, to cut his throat.
No. I nutted him. He fell in the harbour. current got him. Washed up next day. Over there by the steps.
But you didn't cut his throat. Who's he?
Doug Dale's office.
Blimey, that was quick.
Have you, found what you were looking for?
I thought I had.
Will I have to go to prison?
You didn't kill him, Rosie. You could have, but you didn't. What?
I just could not believe it. The one that flies down from Murmansk is called Panama, and the one that they send from London to Murmansk is called Santiago. Bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
What will happen to him?
Well, it depends whether Dugdale's crowd want to use him or not. He could end up in Parkhurst or... Oh, thanks. Or maybe take over pigeon training for MI thingamajig.
I don't think Scobie Beasley would stand for that.
Right, the Manchester KGB chap is coming to service in LLB.
I've letterbox.
At 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, my office is going to mount a quiet surveillance operation. Record the chap on videotape, now that poor Anthony is no longer with us, and tail him back to his camera shop, which SB in the meantime will have raided.
Why wrap up something you've known about for so long?
All good things must come to an end. Jack over there doesn't want to play anymore. The professor's dead. We may as well charge the local KGB chap and kick the whole thing into touch.
And what will happen to Jack?
Oh, prison.
And the local spy?
Will he be tried? No doubt get exchanged for some poor tourist on a 3-day trip to Leningrad.
In other words, from 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we all just forget about who murdered the professor.
Good.
Manchester unit's in the shop now.
Fine. Where's George?
Still working on the murder.
Thanks. Right, all set.
Get out of here!
What the hell's he playing at? I'm looking for something.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
What the hell's he playing at?
I think he's just made a citizen's arrest.
What in God's name for?
It's a guess, because he's found the man who murdered the professor.
Well, thanks for the old bill, Desmond. Looks as though I've just about paid for the water race now, eh? Yeah? Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
Good. So it was Selwyn.
Yes, and Jack Spratt would have been next. Seems like the Russians must have decided they were being conned.
I'll tell you something.
What?
Funny people. They are less than thrilled with you.
So, what's new?
I know what George BULMAN looks like, for goodness sake. George! So I hear you've got your man.
Yes, hope it hasn't spoiled your game.
Oh, on the contrary, murder is murder. By the way, Scobie here is a little bit worried about Santiago. Don't happen to see a pigeon.
Pigeon?
One of our pigeons is missing.
Oh, dear.
What's the joke?
You want a wing, quiet man?